welcome back to One Piece Budget Decks. I am the AI. The humans on of, vacationable. Vacation. That's it. That's where AI is not taking over or anything. That's right. But anyways, subscribe, like, share if you haven't. I got the description of the deck list down below for you. That's what the human always would say. What else? Well, hope you guys like it, and until next time. Today, Magellan. Once per turn, when a Dawn card on your field is returned to your Dawn deck, this leader gains plus 1,000 power for the turn. I've been playing this deck for a while now, and it is fun. It holds its own to many of the decks I come across. Haven't come across a solid red deck yet, so I don't know how it will fare then, but I can only wait to find out. But for this video, I took out some of the cards I normally do run, so I can have a budget-friendly deck here to show. But those cards I did remove is down below in the description with the rest of the deck, so those who want to know, you may have that knowledge. I feel this is one of those decks that could see more play as the game progresses. I'm not too sure how well future support cards are going to play for it, but time will tell. So let's just get right into it. Start with little Sadi, 4 of them, just 3,000 powered character for 3 with a 2k counter side. I love those 2k counters. But on play, you can play one Jailer Beast type character card from your hand. It's free card. Card advantage is great. With those, the choices are minimal. There's not a whole out there, but the valuable ones I've found so far is Minokoala. It's a 5,000 powered blocker with a 1k counter side for 4. But on KO, you do put a Dawn into play rested from your Dawn deck. Another choice you can have here is Minotaur. It's a 5,000 power for 4, the 1k counter side with a double attack on KO, just like the Minokoala. Anyways, on KO, rest a Dawn into play from your Dawn deck. Another free Dawn on Candy, you get something back for. Card advantage all the way around. Speaking of card advantage, Hannyabal. I will murder names all day long, I'll tell you that. But this 2,000 powered character for 1 with the 1k counter side on play. You look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal 1 purple Impel down type card other than Hannyabal, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Card advantage is key. You see the cards you probably don't want to see as well too. Pitch one of these, set you up for a little Sadi, or just another great card to have in the way coming down. Another decent card. This is one of those debatable ones. It is a 2k counter. Shiki. Now the one thing about Shiki here, it has a trigger. Neg 1 Dawn, play this card. Other than that, it's 3,000 power for 2. For me, most of the time, it is just that 2k counter. Sometimes it's a free body, but you never know when you need that to really happen. Definitely one I would look at to put out. This is one of those characters I added in for the video. It might stay in. It might see how to strategize it for me myself. Gild Tesoro. I only have 2 of them. 6k power for 5, no counter. But 1 attacking, neg 2 Dawn, draw 2 cards. Card advantage for that replenish late game. We'll see how it goes. He'll trigger them in Magellan to get a plus 1,000. So, I feel that might be something solid. Up next, X.Drake, 5,000 power for 5, the 2k counter side. Like I said, I love those 2k counters. On play, neg 1 Dawn. There's that trigger for Magellan. But you make one of your opponents trash a card from their hands. They really do not want to see that come down late game. Up next, Queen, 5,000 power for 6, 1k counter side on play, neg 1 Dawn. There's that trigger again. Rush. Oh, I love Rush too. For this turn, and then give up to one of your opponent's characters with a neg 2,000 power during this turn. Or you give them a neg 2,000 status. So that's helps you get into their shrink down their bigger threats that are arrested, so you can take them out. Now this build, I feel that I keep him in. Like, this guy is a sleeper. Douglas Bullet here, the A-drop one from the structure deck 5. 10k power, no counter. Activate once per turn on your main, neg 4 Dawn. You can rest up to 2 of your characters' opponents with a cost of 6 or less. Then this character gains double attack this turn. It is at the end of the game when you're trying to get across, even you just rest their blockers. It's a sleeper card, gives you double triggers on them. You just rest out, sit back pretty the rest of the game. 2 is good. 3 I felt I was seeing him way too much. With no counter on him, I couldn't really pitch him. So I found that might be a problem. But 2 is definitely a fun chaos factor. Moving along, Jack, 4,000 power for 3, 1k counter side. When attacking, neg 1 Dawn. So about the triggers, you make them trash a card from their hand. There we go again on card advantage, depriving them of cards as well. Something really great as well. I've always found this being a good, pretty resourceful thing. Sasaki? Butcher naming? Yeah. 4,000 power for 3, 1k counters. Another one of those structure deck guys. On play, neg 1 Dawn, draw 1 card. It replaces itself. It's not really card advantage, more of like a cantrip effect. Like I said, it replaces itself, puts a little body on the board. Does have a counter, so it's not a complete waste. It's not one of those cards I did put in for the video, but it might make itself, might have a home in later. This other Sasaki, I'm not fond of him. It's a 4,000 power for 3. It is a 2k counter. But times 1 Dawn when attacking, you may trash 1 card from your hand and add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck into play rested. That's cool and all. I just feel it's just a 2k counter, like Shiki was. So definitely one of those cards to look at for myself to put back out. Moving into the event cards, Lion's Threat, Imperial Earthbind for 3. Honor your main, neg 2 Dawn. K up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a 5 or less cost with a trigger of add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck into play as active. I have never really ever used the trigger except for my earlier stages of playing in the game when I first got doubled up structure deck 5. But then I realized that it's all right. 3 of when I do run this modded down to normally how I only have 2 of. It's up to 3, just like the next card as well for the video. The next one coming up, like I said, Judgment of Hell. 3 of those. I normally run 2, but for the video, I have 3 here. For 2, counter, neg 1 Dawn. Give up to a total of 2 of your opponent's leader or character cards, negative 3,000 power during this turn. The trigger, if your opponent has 6 or more Dawn cards on their field, your opponent returns 1 Dawn card from field to their Dawn deck. I've never done the trigger before as well. So it's one of those different type cards. As I said, normally 2 of them, of each of them. I haven't really had a need for them a whole lot in the late game. So let me know what you thought about it down below. Like, subscribe, and share if you haven't done so. And I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.